Heyo, Splendid Snako here with another custom figure review, and my god, has this one been in the works forever. I've teased quite a few videos about this guy and I've kept saying that I wanted to show you him, just never happened. This figure has been in the works for so long. I got the Marvel Select figure when it first came out. I can't even remember when that was. And that is fundamentally what this guy is. I'm just so happy that it's finished, and I love how he looks. I'm just ridiculously over the moon. I'm probably patting myself on the back of this one. I'm generally trying not to be too big-headed about things, but I do think I did a really good job with this, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. As I've shown you in my paint helping videos, I've done some, as you can see, and I've gone for a nice shading here, and you can see that his paint is a nice like dark grey. Now I've got a few shots actually of him from the comics which I've used, and those were a lot of my references, but you know, I had the actual Marvel Select figure itself. And the biggest problems I've overcome with this figure was firstly deciding if I actually wanted to use this Marvel Select base. Then secondly was decide what would be the best joints to go in there. Then thirdly, do I want to re-angle his leg? Fourthly, his neck. As I've said, I had quite a bit of problem with that bloody thing. And it was going really well, and it was done, and there was just like the neck just went, no, going to break. As I said in my previous video, I was like, no! So yeah, so much work has gone into this, and I'm just over the moon with how it looks. I don't know where to begin. I really don't. Let's go for a size comparison, because this guy is absolutely massive. I do have a bit of a gripe with this figure, which I'll go over in just a sec. But the size comparison, now he is as far back, that is my wall right there. So he is as far back as he can go. So as figure size comparison, I'll bring in my custom 4, who's not going to want to stand, are you, 4? Go on. And I'm going to bring in, I'm going to do quite a few size comparisons because I really want to show how big this guy is. There's my custom Ultimate Spidey. Look at this leg. Hence he's got no claws, but I never got around to doing it. Pit. Pit's actually bigger. It's not coming over so much on camera, but if I go shoulder to shoulder, he's like about 5 inches. Shoulder to shoulder, he's like 6.5 inches. So yeah, great figure him also. As you can tell, I've had to dig out all these big figures from my closet or wardrobe, whatever you want to call it. Alright. And then finally, Hulk stands about 10 inches tall. Okay, so there's the size comparison out of the way. Now for the sculpting. Now I didn't sculpt the body, obviously, this was Marvel Select. I've re-angled the torso because the torso was originally facing this way, if I remember rightly. So you see the ab crunch here, that was about here. So I've had to kind of like saw that and then rotate it slightly. I've had to do that. I've had to saw off all the arms here and here. And for this leg, I had to saw it off here and here, and then reattach it. This leg, same thing here and here, but I had to completely rebuild this whole bit here. You can see in my previous videos, and I will put some pictures at the end of the video of his kind of like progression. But yeah, this was basically like that. It went out like that, and then the leg came down here, and I wanted to bring his leg closer. So I cut out all of this, brought the hinge in closer, and then I kind of had to cut away at the end of the hinge, and I had to just completely rebuild it. So that was a lot of work, and I was kind of worried it wasn't going to hold up, but it's very sturdy. Really, really happy. The other thing I had to do is I had to rebuild this hand, because his hand on the Marvel Select is kind of like in this kind of position, but it's like bent like that, so there's like two fingers going up. But again, I'll show you the picture at the end, or in a bit actually, and you can see I didn't like that. It wasn't a really grabby hand. I wasn't really happy with it, so I've made him into like an open fist. Had to cut the fingers down, put them in the right place, and then I've epoxied over all the bits, and in my opinion you can't see where the cuts are. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with all of the joints. They've just come out really, really well. Oh no, got a bit of blue paint on there. Where'd that come from? That must be when I was doing my Wolverine video. That's annoyed me. I can get rid of that, it's fine. Oh well, keep going. The paint is, I'm really, really over the moon of how the paint looks. I just think he's got such a really, really great paint. It looks like rough skin, and it's got this really nice, a lot of the details are popping through, like all these muscle ripples, they're all like popping through, but not all of them, and all these veins. There's just a lot of dry brushing, and it didn't take me that long to do. It just looks absolutely, oh, bang the light. It looks just absolutely awesome. The feet, just like, I'm really, really happy with how this looks. I hope you guys like this, I really do, because excuse me, like I said, I'm just ridiculously over the moon at how well this guy's come across. Now his weakest point in my opinion is his head. As you can see, we'll go with his articulation now. His head is actually on a ball joint, so he can look up. Not really down, but he can look left, he can look right, and he can rock it side to side. Now it looks weird because there's a big gap there, and it wasn't like that before, but as I said, I've had problems with this, and when I've put it back in, it's now come up too high and it looks a bit weird, so I will have to adjust that after I do this video. I just wanted to show you guys how it looks. So the finished product is not going to be so gapey there. It was a lot lower, you couldn't even really see it. Shoulders are on ball discs, so they can go out, sorry, I saw something, to there. Then you've got a bicep swivel, full 360 degrees. You've got a bend in the elbow, yeah, I made this, not quite 90 degrees. And you've got a wrist cut. Oh yeah, I also changed the angle of the wrist, because when he bent his wrist it was like that, so when he rotated it looked really, really weird. So now it's actually more parallel with the actual arm, so when he rotates it, it doesn't look weird in any fashion. Same with this one, had to re-angle it. You can kind of see that one. T-cut DCUC crutch, so he's got a Spartan kick of about that, and then he's got a pretty decent split kick. Let me get his hands out of the way. Of that. With all the move around, this one's come a bit loose, so I need to put a bit of glue to tighten that. And he's got single bends in the knees. Again, I made these. I think they come over really nice. And then ankles can go from that to that with a bit of a hinge. Now each arm's actually a bit different because of the angle of the sculpt, but it's not too bad. Like if you look at these ones, this is curved in a bit more. I probably could have straightened out a bit more, but I don't mind that. I think it looks alright. And you'll notice that this shoulder is a lot higher. That didn't bug me to begin with, but the more I look at it, the more it's bugging me. But the only way I'd actually basically be able to do this would be to open them up, drill a new hole about here, cut out all of this, put the new joint in, and then epoxy the shoulder all the way down. There's a lot to do, and I have no idea if it's gonna look that good at the end result. Excuse me. Now the only other thing I had to really and ah about was his veins. In the Ultimate comic, they are, I don't know, like a pink or a pinky grey. I'm really not too sure. This is the front cover to one of the Ultimate series. And as you can see, that they're a different colour. And the Archie Marvel Select figure, they're a different colour. Like, look. And I was like, do I want to paint them? I didn't like how they looked on the figure, to be honest. And I won't go reading through the actual comics, and you can see the veins in a lot of the shots, but you can't really see what colour they are. So I decided to leave it. I don't know if I should paint them. I'm not too sure. You guys tell me, what do you think? Do you think it would look better if I painted the veins like a pinky kind of grey? Or do you reckon I should leave it? Incidentally, as I was trying to say about the veins, a lot of these, like all these ones on the elbows and the lower of the biceps, I've had to sculpt all of that. So I sound like I'm showing off. I'm really not. I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to show you guys what I've done. Here's a lot of work, but it wasn't that difficult. It was just a time, really. It was a lot of moving around and boxes, I've said in my previous video. So to actually get the time to put this guy together, that's what's taken the kill. You get a decent saw blade, you get a decent Hulk. I actually recommend this Hulk would be fine. I use this Hulk for the knees. These are the knee joints. I've had to cut out like all of this bit here. And for the arms, I use the House of M Hulk, which is fundamentally, yeah, I think it is. Basically these elbows here. This was my ex-girlfriend made a crunk. I don't know, I've still got it. I've literally just found this in my box. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was these. So these elbows. This is a House of M body. I'll change that. This is a House of M body. So yeah, I was right. It was the same body. I was going to use these knees, but these ones are a lot skinnier, and you need a lot more of them. Whereas that, you don't. This Gladiator Hulk or this Gamma Punch Hulk, you don't need so much of the knee. I know it looks like a Doomsday, but so yeah, that's what I used. So it's quite an easy fix, and then like I said, I've just smoothed it all out, lined it all up, epoxied it all, smoothed it all out, sanded it down, added the lines, sanded them down, given it a great undercoat, and then hopefully I've given it a really nice paint job to do the character justice. I'm a huge fan of the Ultimate series. I know not a lot of people are, but I hope this is a good homage to, or a nod to them. And you know, who doesn't love the Hulk? He's an awesome character. I actually like that he's grey in that series a lot more than I like it. Like when movies come out and when Ultimates come out, I like it they do things different. Shows a different spin on things. And that's one of the reasons why I like Ultimate so much. So yeah, I'm not sure what else I can really say. I really hope you guys like this. Please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings. Thanks for all of your support throughout this, and I'm sorry that it's been so long to get to you. Please subscribe, and I guess I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.